Hey there traders, Pat here. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so please don't consider this to be any kind of financial advice. I'm just a dad. I'm trying to share my story with you, and this is a live trade I took today, and by live I mean I'm recording the market live as I've entered a trade, and this is on my demo account. Today is August 23rd, and this is the morning session. I've zoomed out here to show you that we've market open and we took out those relative equal lows. And that's part of my model is when there's a liquidity sweep and the market's been going up and up and up, I believe it's going somewhere in particular, and what I'm looking at, my attention is drawn to that new day opening gap up at the top, those two red lines. So I believe that that's where the market is going to draw to. And my model is basically I look for a liquidity sweep and I look for a fair value gap to open up on that liquidity sweep. And then I look for that fair value gap to inverse, which it did, and then I go ahead and I enter the trade. This is a 1 minute chart, and I like looking for singular fair value gaps, but because I have two there, I can just kind of eyeball those, put those together, and say that looks like maybe it's a 2 minute fair value gap. And it inversed. So that's where I entered my trade. You see the risk on here, $640 on my demo account. It's probably a little bit more than I'd like to risk. But the thing is that I've had this demo account for a while, and I've watched that equity curve go up, and I've seen myself going to draw down on it several times, and I've seen myself get out of that drawdown several times. So it doesn't really scare me to take a loser on here, and that's the beauty of this model, is that I trust it enough that when I do take a loser, I know that I can take a couple of trades and go ahead and make back the drawdown and then some. It produces a positive equity curve. It is an edge. There is an expected positive outcome out of it. So anytime the model presents itself, I take the trade and then I don't worry about it. It's the total number of trades over a span of time that's going to make the difference, not one single trade. But anyway, this is one single trade, and like I said, it's August 23rd, and right now we have the Jackson Hole Symposium happening. So if you go to forexfactory.com and check out your news, that's something you want to look at. You got Powell speaking at 7 o'clock my time. That's coming up in 4 minutes, and so I would never be taking a live trade at this point. Just anytime Powell speaks, it's red folder news, and the whole Jackson Hole Symposium is an orange folder news event. So anyone could say anything there, in my opinion, that could send the market one way or another. And I don't really want to risk anything that I really care about, like my evaluation account or any of my live funds or anything like that. Not that I don't care about my demo account, because demo accounts are important in that when you can show that you can grow an equity curve in a demo account, that just proves to yourself that you have the skill and helps kind of give you the confidence. And so that's what I have going on right now with my demo account. So I watched the price there. It retraced down into the fair value gap, and I'm looking at the time at 6:55. Powell's going to speak in 5 minutes. And so normally I would move my stop to break even at this point, but this is a demo trade, and I do have a strong draw up there, and I want to see if this inversion holds. And so I'm just gonna wait for that. If I would have put my stop to break even, I would have been out of the trade right now at this point. Plus, I'm a dad. It's morning time. I got 4 kids. I'm trying to get them ready for school. I'm making my wife coffee, all that good stuff, and so I've entered this trade. So I'm sitting here, I'm watching it play out. My 6-year-old needs his hair brushed, and so I'm just kind of monitoring it on my phone as I'm going about my day. The one thing I'm really looking for in here is I would move my stop to break even if I would see us take out that short-term high just to the left of your screen right there. That's what I'm looking for in order to break even. So now I'm starting to look at PD arrays that would support price going higher. So I notice there's a fair value gap that opened up on the 1 minute. So I'm just kind of highlighting that and seeing if that holds. If that one doesn't hold, it could still go down lower. There's a small volume imbalance, a couple candles to the left. I don't know if you can see the small gap. It's just a little bit above the mid level of that large red band. prices are likely to go tap into there, and of course I'm narrating this hindsight, so yeah, of course they're going to tap into there. But as I've entered the trade now, I'm looking for bullish signs in price action that are going to support price. And I see us dump down some more there. We've taken out that fair value gap. And I'm fiddling around here with TradingView as, again, I'm trying to get my kids together, ready for school in the morning. So I don't like that. I don't like that we're laying across the volume imbalance. I don't like that we've inversed that bullish fair value gap. So now I'm going to kind of zoom out and see if there's any other PD arrays that could support price before I skunk the trade. I would stop out if we closed. We got to close down below that large red band. That's the inversion fair value gap. But still, we're kind of gyrating around. We got 2 minutes for Powell. So I go ahead and I move to the 3 minute. And what I see on the 3 minute is I see another volume imbalance, and I see another fair value gap that we've tapped into, which is that right there. And then I'm also seeing a change in state of delivery. I'm looking for that last down close candle after the liquidity sweep, where prices run higher from it. And that's one of ICT's order blocks. I don't trade order blocks, but I do look for them. And the reason I look for them is they're going to show me price action that's bullish or bearish, or they're going to support my direction in price. And this is the order block I'm looking at right there. And you see we've tapped into the top quarter of it, the top half of it, just as we're 1 minute till Powell starts speaking. So I'm liking this right here. We haven't closed below the inversion. We've tapped into a bullish order block. And right now it's kind of, what is the market going to do once Powell starts speaking? And 7 o'clock hits, Powell speaks, my order gets tagged, and I move my demo account forward. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for listening to my story. We'll see you on the next one.